This is Radar for the On the Radar Entertainment Vlog with another weekly baseball observation. So the Cubs to continue to try who's the leadoff hitter since Dexter Fowler left, with Kyle Schwarber and Anthony Rizzo leading off. Brian still batting second, playing in the outfield. Cargo's playing in right field too. So that means Hayward's in center. So they're again bad defensive outfield. Weird top of the lineup. The Phillies, once they lost Andrew McCutchen, who was doing both leading off and playing center field, instead of taking the most qualified person in Gene Segura, they're taking Cedar Hernandez to lead off, and then they move Gene Segura to the third spot and batting Bryce Harper second. Just leave Harper where he was, and because of injury to Andrew McCutchen and the fact that Roman Quinn's in it and the rookie that just called up is injured, and Nick Williams is not our center fielder by trade, they're playing Sean Kingery in center field, and they're playing a bunch of Serpico or Phil Gosselin in the outfield as well. The Reds are still batting Joey Votto second, despite the rest of the lineup being weak, 6 through 8. And then I keep seeing Jose Peraza playing in the outfield, Buck Farmer playing second base. They're playing guys out of position. The Jays are also playing Gurriel still in left field, and there are days where Brandon Drury plays shortstop. Brandon Drury was having a good season offensively last year and this year. He gets hurt last year on the Yankees, and he loses his job to Miguel and Duarte, and then the Yankees trade him for Jay Happ. He's again losing his job to Guerrero Jr. and Smoke and Rowdy Tellez and now Gurriel. When Gurriel should be playing second base or shortstop because they're using utility guys like Galvis and Sogard instead. And if you want to give Brandon Drury consistent at bats every day, fine, play him in left field. Keep, Randall Grichuk in right field instead of center field. The Marlins playing JT Real out of position in center field, and they continue playing Rojas to back up as shortstop. And then you see William Chen still pitching out of the bullpen when they need starting pitching. Cooper's playing the outfield when they have plenty of outfielders to play in the outfield, not first baseman. The Braves are having Acuna still both lead off and play center field. They still got plenty of starting pitchers in their bullpen. Yeah, the rotation now is Keuchel, but Julio Teheran, Mike Foltynewicz, and Kevin Gausman, Dallas Keuchel, yeah, that's okay, and so you only need one more guy, but most of the guys in their bullpen are starters, and their bullpen is a mess still. And Jacoby Jones, I was asking for the Tigers to take him out of the 9th spot. Oh, they've been batting him leadoff. That's not where I want to put him. I want to put him maybe somewhere else. Maybe 6th or 7th, but not leadoff. And then the Twins, whenever Mitch Garver plays, he's batting second. And they're playing Marlon Gonzalez in right field, then left field, then batting in the middle of the order. Stop playing him in the outfield. You have enough outfielders on your team overall that you don't need to play him in the outfield or bat in the middle of the order. Indians, Lindor's still leading off. It's not the best option for your probably your best player, but okay. And the Yankees are continued again to bat some of their best players, like DJ LeMay, who's having an all-star caliber year, having him lead off, sometimes batting Luke Voigt second, and then because of the Gleyber Torres at second base and the way that Giovanni Urshela is playing at third base and Didi Gregorius is back, they're playing DJ LeMahieu at first base and third base some days. DJ LeMahieu has a gold glove on his mantle. Does Gleyber Torres have one? No. So move Gleyber Torres to third base, and late innings have Giovanni Urshela come in for him defensively if that's what you want to do. DJ LeMahieu has earned the right to play second base if he's playing well. And then the A's. Stop playing Mark Cannon center field. Steven Piscotty and Grossman have more career innings in center field. And you got so many guys on your 40-man roster that can play center field too. And also, batting him second, his only good thing is his offense. And then the Astros, with all the injuries they have, Bregman still batting second. I would want to bat him third or fourth because you don't have that many great options because they're all rookies or backups. And then the Rangers, Shelby Miller and Drew Smiley are both in the bullpen, so I don't know what they're going to do for pitching. And they're surprisingly the second best team in their division. That's not going to last for long if their rotation is just 2 people, okay? And then the O's, they're wasting time with Henzer Alberto instead of playing every day Jonathan Villar second base as shortstop or Wilkerson as second base. And Mancini, stop batting him second, stop playing him in the outfield. Wilkerson should strictly play second base. I don't understand how Trey Mancini was a left fielder his whole entire major league career until this year. Oh, let's play him in right field like one day he came back and played it, later in the game, and now he's been doing it ever since. I don't understand that. Play him at first base. Now, if Chris Davis is back, and you also have Ruiz and Nunez are rejects from other teams. Trey Mancini is your best player. Chris Davis hasn't been hitting well. It should be, if you're going to play Mancini in the outfield, fine, play him in left field. That's where he's comfortable. That's where he's played his whole major league career. It's a waste of time to put him in right field. The Royals continue to play Alex Gordon second in the lineup, Mondesai third. They should flip-flop that. Ian Kenny still continue to pitch out of the bullpen despite the Royals needing pitching help. And then the Sox continue to bat Moncada second and Tim Anderson seventh. And it's the only time that you see Tim Anderson bat second is when Makata has the day off. It's just silly. And then Trout is the best player. He's still batting second when a lot of the Angels lineup are backups at third base, shortstop, and even second base and left field. That's not scary if he's batting second and most of the lineup is nobody's. And then the Nationals. Stop batting him, eat him second. That's what he brings to the table of speed. Trey Turner batting second is probably where he should be. Will Myers is the same thing with Andrew McCutchen and Ronald Acuna and other guys. They're just going to kill him by playing him in center field because you're embarrassing him. There are games where he makes horrible plays in the outfield, misplays ball. That's not where he belongs. Left field is fine for him when he's really a first base DH at this point. And then also, I've seen him bat leadoff too. Oh, you're trying to kill him even more. Then the Padres continue to throw all their starters in the bullpen and continue to start Matt Strom, who's a career reliever. They need to trade either Reyes or Hunter Renfroe to another team and let Margot, who proven when healthy, he's a good center fielder and good leadoff hitter. Yeah, they like batting him last behind the pitcher, but maybe put Greg Garcia or Tatis in the leadoff spot if you don't want to bat Margot leadoff, because Cordero's going to come back soon. He could play center field too. And then the Giants, it just irks me to see Kevin Pillar in right field when he's an elite center fielder. A lot of times Brandon Belt, one of their best offensive players, is batting second, and Joe Panik's leading off. And again, I see Derek Holland and Rodriguez pitching in the bullpen when the Giants need pitching. Dodgers, they've been batting their sluggers like Mad Max Muncy and Jock Peterson 1 and 2. When it said you got Kiki Hernandez and Chris Taylor in your lineup, you should bat him 1 and 2 at least. And at the same time, if Max Muncy is going to play second base, you should have just done that the whole entire year, like even in spring training, to get him more reps, so Bellinger can play first base, or you can play David Freese more often. They're playing Garlick and Beatty, these unknown rookies, instead at first base. It's just silly. And then with Bellinger, if he's still playing right field and you play Max Muncy at second base, or you give Justin Turner a day off, or you DH him and Muncy slides to third, why are you wasting Kiki Hernandez, who could play shortstop, second base, and the outfield at first base, and start either David Freese or play Cody Bellinger at first base? You're just wasting time there. The Red Sox, there are days where they're DHing their defensive-minded catcher Vasquez and playing Travis in the outfield. It's one thing to play Brock Holt in the outfield. He's a super utility guy, but the whole point of having a guy like JD Martinez, like the Yankees have Stanton, is you don't have to DH this guy every day. You can play him in a corner outfield spot and DH Sam Travis or somebody else. And then I've seen Vasquez also bat second. That's not where he belongs in the lineup. He's a bottom of the order guy. And the Rays, Yandy Diaz, no matter if he's playing first base or third base, don't have him bat a leadoff. Don't have him bat second. Don't have Avi Garcia bat second. You have so many guys in your team like Pham, Meadows, and Adames, and Joey Wendell, and Robertson, and Arroyo, who are known for contact hitting more than power, that you want to bat him first or second on the thing and not your sluggers. And then Jalen Beeks, you don't have enough pitching if Tyler Glasnow's out and you only have Blake Snell and you also have Charlie Morton. You got to start Jalen Beeks. Don't have him pitch out of the bullpen. It's a waste of time. And the Diamondbacks, they just have too many starters in their bullpen as well. And then also leave Ketel Marte at second base. An outfielder, Gerard Dyson, David Peralta, and Adam Jones is great with the occasional Tim LaCastro. That's fine. An infield that has Escobar, Ahmed, Marte, and Christian Walker, that's a pretty good one, or Crone. It's not the world's best, but it's a lot better than playing Ketel Marte in center field some days and second base and batting him at first, second, third. Just keep him in the same spot. Cardinals are still betting Matt Carpenter leadoff despite moving Goldschmidt down the lineup. Dahl should not be playing center field when you have Ryan Tapia. And then, like on the shifts, or even like late inning shifts, or even sometimes start. Why is Tony Walters your backup catcher playing second base? If Daniel Murphy's not starting or he's still in the game, move him to second base and play Walters at first base. Playing your catcher second base is just not the smartest idea. With Iannetta not always being the healthiest, you don't want to have your Iannetta get hurt playing catcher, but Walters get hurt second base, then you'll have no catcher. And the Mariners, I'm continuing to see guys like Wade LeBlanc, Ty Malone come in the second or third inning and have openers when they have starting pitching. The reason for openers, 90% of the time, is it's a bullpen game. You're just going to start a bunch of relievers unless you're the Rays, where you have such an equally good pitcher to come in and pitch all those innings. The Mariners are using like reject pitchers. And the Pirates, there's no need to play Kyle Moran at second base. Just play him every day at third base. And at the same time, there was no point of trading for Eric Gonzalez and giving up two players. If you're not going to play Kramer or Newman every day at shortstop, and I've seen playing Jung Ho Gong at shortstop, play him at shortstop. He's not the world's greatest defensive shortstop, but at least that'll keep Kyle Moran at third base. Now, these are the weekly baseball observations for On the Radar Entertainment blog. Tune in next week for another weekly baseball observation. This is Radar. Bye.